Om Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Okay. Well, if you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, last class, if you recall, we started Dakshinaamoorti Stotram, and very uniquely, Dakshinaamoorti Stotram has a dhyana shloka, a meditative set of verses. So before chanting a series of mantras or shlokas, there are always some verses which help us visualize the Devata and then get the Devata in our mind first before starting the prayer, before starting the chanting. So like Vishnu Sahasranamam, popularly we have the dhyana shloka, which is pretty long. So like that, we finished this Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam. Like that, we started an Ishvaro Gururatmenti Murti Veda Vibhagane Yamavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinaamoortaye Namaha. That is where we finished. So with that set of shlokas, we are now able to visualize Dakshinaamoorti, that Murti, that particular form, which is a representation of Shiva as in the form of a teacher. That much we have learned. So now we are going to enter Dakshinaamoorti Stotram proper. Now, this is a popular shloka among those who are tuned to the study of the Shastram, or who are those who have lived around people who are tuned to the study of the Shastra. Otherwise, they will not have heard of Dakshinaamoorti Stotram. They may not even have heard of Dakshinaamoorti. So we can't say it is popular, but we will say that it becomes so important for those who are studying Vedanta that it is taught formally along with Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads. So that's important. That's how important it is. And number one, so it has the essence of Vedanta in it. Shankaracharya is the author of Dakshinaamoorti Stotram. And what he has done is, he has put the message of the Upanishads crystallized in a capsule form. Very potent. Every word is very meaningful, and it takes a while to explain this shloka. So, Vedanta text, but at the same time, it is a prayer to Dakshinaamoorti. Therefore, it can be chanted even by those who are not necessarily formally studying Vedanta. Right? So, Dakshinaamoorti. So, during Pradosham and other times, and many devotees chant Dakshinaamoorti Stotram. And so, for those two reasons, I thought we will study Dakshinaamoorti Stotram. And then most likely this will be the last shloka during this course, Keerti course. And so it will take us a few days to finish it. So, being a text of Vedanta, it's almost a text of Vedanta. We call it a text grantha. We don't call it simply a shloka. even though it's called Dakshinaamoorti Ashtakam. Dakshinaamoorti Stotram, but because it has 8 verses, it's called Dakshinaamoorti Ashtakam. And also, some introduction to Vedanta would be useful to have before we enter this story. So some of you have been studying Vedanta for a long time. And for others, just briefly, I need to say a few words so that you get tuned to it. So unlike the various subjects we study so many subjects in our life, and whether it is sciences or arts or commerce or psychology or medicine, what have you, so many subjects are there. We studied all these subjects. And we've been leading a life. Then somebody asks the question, sometimes the person asks the question, after so many years, 50 years, 60 years, what am I really seeking? That question comes. Hey, what do you mean you're asking this question? You lived 60 years, you have to tell me the answer. Why are you asking me? You have the experienced person. I'm only 40 years old, 30 years old, 50 years old. You are 60 plus. You tell me what is a human being seeking? Then, so these questions arise. These existential, fundamental questions. Questions that we are afraid to ask in public. In parties, we have all these parties, and we have congratulations, we say happy birthday and all we say. But in such a party, I don't think anyone will ask, what is the purpose of living? If you ask that question, they will think you're crazy. Kya baat hai? What happened to you? Are you all okay? So, everything okay with you? Everything is not okay with me. That's why I'm asking this question. So, that even a person who is fully accomplished, even a person who is otherwise accomplished in life, otherwise family may be okay, everything going well, even such a person can ask a question. The question can arise. What kind of question? Wait a minute. I have been doing this and everything has worked out well for me. I'm honest. I've done everything for my family. I've even done for the community. Everything I've done. And I'm even happy also. No problem. I don't want anything more and I'm happy. But still, the Shastram says there is going to be another birth. And am I going to be born again like this? And again another life? I don't know how I'm going to be born as. And no guarantee, human birth, etc. And even birth also. What kind of human birth? No guarantee. So I can be born in some country where there is no water, Ethiopian country or some African country, we don't know. Many African countries struggling still even to this day. So we don't know what's going to happen. And but if this is what is going to continue, what is the end to all this? Like this, a thought can arise. Arise to even for a person who is contented. That's what I'm trying to say. Discontentment is not a requirement for getting into Vedanta. Even though a person who is suffering a lot will ask, why me? Why am I suffering? Why are my children suffering? Why are my parents suffering like this? Why every day I get up, I starts with suffering? This question can arise. Such a person also can ask the question, what is the purpose of this life? But that question need not lead the person to Vedanta. Because when life becomes better, then Vedanta is forgotten. Because life is good. Life is good. Our television broke a couple of 3 days ago. And so my father is without a television, he can't do anything. The whole life stops. So LG TV. I think LG means life's good. So these people are very smart. They are so smart, my God. The way they come up with names, absolutely uncanny. Life's good. You buy LG products, life's good. Life will be good. We guarantee it for you. Anyway, so life becomes good, Vedanta is gone. Therefore, Shastram says a person with Viveka, Vairagyam means ability to think through what is right, wrong, ability to see something that is not obvious and not taking anything for granted. That is Vivekam. And Vairagyam, somebody who is dispassionate, who is not carried away by things. You show him some little glittering thing, he or she won't get carried away. And so Vairagyam is there. Can put up with some discomfort and all that. That's not a problem for that person. Like this, there are some qualities the Shastra talks about. And that those qualities is what determines whether a person asks these fundamental questions. Whether a person will appreciate or get attracted to Vedanta. Nobody gets up, nobody finishes college and says, I want to do a PhD in Vedanta. Then rarely it works. Rarely, very rarely. So, having said that, the question that Vedanta is supposed to answer is, what is the purpose of life? Is this my purpose, to be born, to do certain things, to take care of certain things, and then die away? And dying also not in my hands. And I do something and suddenly I'm gone. And some people live for a long time. What could happen to me? No idea. So is that life? And then I'm going to be born again. And same thing continues. That question Vedanta is supposed to answer. And it gives a very refreshing answer. It says, the final message is, what you're seeking is really with you. It is really your nature. You are seeking Ananda. Finally, you are only seeking Ananda. I am seeking Ananda. I may be doing a lot of philanthropy. Lot. And still, I may think I am sacrificing my life. I may think I am sacrificing my life for so many people. All that is fine. But finally, I am doing it because it makes me happy. The commitment is to myself alone. This is what Shastram says. And so I want to be happy. This is the final message. So having said that, I shouldn't say final message, is one of the messages that I am doing everything for my sake. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says that very well. Yajnavalkya tells his wife, Maitreyi is teaching. Maitreyi asks, what is all this about? And Yajnavalkya says, yeah, come, I'll teach you. And he says, Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Hey, you may say you like your husband, me, king, Yajnavalkya. You may say he's the greatest king. I'm married to the greatest king in this world. Therefore, I am happy. Therefore, I am happy. I am happy. That is the key. He makes me happy. Therefore, I love him. This is what this message, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says. So, commitment is to me. That is why if he does not make me happy, I am willing to sign the papers. Let's go to the court. Correct? Because if the person wants to make me happy, I am willing to live with him. If not, I am willing to separate. So like this, the analysis goes. And if I say I like ice cream makes me happy. If I say, hey, if ice cream has the capacity to make me happy, it should have the capacity to make everybody happy, because happiness is the property of ice cream. Correct? It must be a property. Only then it can give me that property. But there are people who say, no, I won't take ice cream. I want something hot and spicy. That's what makes me happy. So no object has the capacity to give me happiness. So that is how the discussion goes. And then one begins to appreciate that there is nothing in this world that has this property of happiness, or there's no place in this world where we all can go and suddenly we all become happy. As long as we are there, we will be happy. Unfortunately, there is no such place also. No, Jaykumarji, you don't know. There is heaven. There is heaven. See, this is how heaven can be sold to people. Because people understand there is no place on this earth where we can all go and be happy. That much people have figured out. Therefore, there must be, but yet there must be some place. And marketing is going on, good marketing. And many types of heavens are there. Which type of heaven do you want to go? So you have no choice. So like Sony TV, LG TV, like this you can buy. And so heaven also you can choose. And all kinds of promises are made. Shastram says, Kshine Punye Martya Lokam Vishanti. Krishna says that. Yeah, let there be some heavens and you may have done punya, you will go to heaven. But Kshine Punye Sati. When that punyam that made you go to heaven gets exhausted, then Martya Lokam Vishanti. That person enters what is called Martya Loka, the world of mortals. That's it. So it's all mathematical. Fine. We don't argue whether heaven is there or not. Is not a big argument for all of us. You can go wherever you want. You can go, and we will bless you also. We will do a puja. We will do a big homa, so you can go to heaven. But then this Kshine Punya problem is there. Therefore, then we have to come back and ask this question. The Shastram says, hey, you are already what you're seeking. This Ananda, if it is not a property of an object, then it must already be something that is close to you or within you. Otherwise, this Ananda is not possible. You can't experience Ananda at all. And so that's how the analysis goes. And the Shastram says, Aham Brahmasmi, etc. A big discussion is there. And not only does it, that is where the word Atma starts coming into the picture. Until then, the word Atma is something I've heard here and there, some shlokas and all. Some Paramatma, Atma and all I've heard. And Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Prem Bhavati. Atmanyeva Atmana Tushtaha. Manojavam Maruta Tulya Vegam. Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Marishtam. Vatatmajam Vanara Yutha Mukyam. So like this, some word Atma comes here and there. Some shlokas. So all Indians are aware of the word Atma. But what is this Atma becomes important for this person who is pursuing this, who is deeply inquiring into this, into the study of the Shastra. That's when Shastram becomes important. Until then, Shastram is respected and it is there quietly in the prayer, in the Almari, in the Almara, and this thing, all these books are all stacked up. Oh, this is my grandfather's Bhagavad Gita book. Arey wow. So what are you doing with it? Did you open it? No, it's my grandfather's book. Arey, it's meant for you. He has blessed it. Grandfather's book means it's right there. It is there waiting for you. Pick it up. Read a few verses. So it doesn't happen. So that Shastram becomes real for this person. And then the person starts studying with the help of a teacher. And then this message becomes very relevant because the Shastram doesn't promise anything. Vedanta doesn't make a promise. If you study Vedanta, then you will go here or you will forever be happy. You will, this will is not there in the Shastra. You are. It says you are. Tat tvam asi. So we all have heard this Mahavakya. Tat tvam asi. You are that. Like that it says. Not you will become that. Correct? Very, very, very fascinating, all these things. So you just don't know your nature. That is why you are confused and you are seeking something in places where it cannot be found. This is what the Shastra says. Therefore, it slows you down and then it makes you think a little bit. So how does it work? So like the person who gets up in the morning and he's reading the newspaper. Somebody knocks on the door, and then some transaction happens. Newspaper, the milkman or somebody comes, or people come. India, you see, in India, you can't sleep till 8:30, 9:30, 10 and all that. Very difficult. In America, I used to do that. Some days, occasionally get up slowly, 10, 8:30 and all. India cannot possible because constantly people coming in and going out. Something happens. Somebody will knock, somebody will press the bell, and you can't sleep at all. So that's good, I suppose, in a way. So this guy reading the newspaper goes to the door, finishes the transaction, comes back, and he's searching for his glasses, reading glasses. Without that, he can't read. And so he's searching, he can't find it. Just some time ago, he was reading well. Now he can't find it, he can't read. And so he's searching the table, and the children says, go look, you may have kept it on top of the TV. And then what about this? What about that? The search is on. Search is on until the person is told that the glasses are right on top of your head. You didn't know that you had it. And therefore, that wrong assumption made him search all over. Made him search all over. Until a person who knows the truth had to point out to him, saying that, hey, what you're searching for already is there in you. So this example we give to point out the message of the Vedanta. Vedanta is exactly like this. Okay. So with this introduction, a bit more the Shastram talks about Atma, Atma Asangaha, Atma Purnaha, Atma Sarva Vyapi, etc. So then if I am that kind of nature, what about the world? Is Atma only in this body or is it everywhere else? What about the Atma of other people? All these questions will come. And the Shastram says there is only one Atma. In fact, there is not just one Atma, there is only Atma. That Atma is what we call Ishvara, Parameshvara, Vishnu. All these names are given. We put a form to this Atma and give different names and different qualities. So creator, sustainer, etc. we give all these names. Same Atma. Therefore, this Aham Brahmasmi becomes very clear. Brahma, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, everything is Brahma. So here is something I have in my hand. Suppose I ask you, what is this? So you might say, this is a glass. Let's use the word tumbler, because the word glass has other meanings also. There is a material glass. So we will skip that word. Let's say tumbler. Then I will ask you, wait a minute. I see steel in front of me. You're saying tumbler. Are there two different things? Steel and tumbler. What will you say to that? I don't see tumbler, I see steel. But you say, I see tumbler. Then we have to say, no, steel is the material of this tumbler. And tumbler is just something that this particular shape, if steel takes this particular shape, then I will call it tumbler. And it is useful and we use it every day. And that is what it is, you will say. Good. So if this object, if steel were supposed to had a mind and it can talk, and I tell your tumbler, the steel will protest. Do you know why the steel will protest? The steel will say, wait a minute. Tumbler was made only 2 years ago. You went to the store and bought it, correct? Tumbler was there only 2 years ago. Even before that 2 years ago, I was steel, I was alive. I was very much there in the form of some blocks of steel or Plates of steel, I was there. I was alive. I was born long before this tumbler. And yeah, you're looking at this and saying you're tumbler. What about steel? You're not even acknowledging me. Like that, the steel will say. Correct? So, we have to be careful here. We start inquiring into what is the truth of the tumbler. The truth of the tumbler is steel. Steel is what supports and sustains tumbler. Tumbler's existence depends purely on steel. Steel is the one that gives oxygen to tumbler. If steel goes away, tumbler is gone. If tumbler goes away, steel is not gone. Okay, understand that very well. If tumbler goes away tomorrow, if this is destroyed, steel will continue to remain. Therefore, the existence of steel is more permanent than the existence of tumbler. This is how the analysis goes. And finally, that analysis of Brahma, the world is analyzed like this, and world is shown to be Brahma. That Brahma, if tumbler is steel, then we will ask the question, what is steel? Steel is something else, some carbon. What is carbon? Carbon is some molecules. What is a molecule? Molecules are nothing but a bunch of atoms. What are atoms? Atoms are nothing but some electrons, protons, and neutrons. What are these protons, neutrons, electrons? They are fundamental particles called quarks, etc. Finally, physics has reduced all this to just one particle. And they may even not use the word particle, they may say energy. It looks to you like an object, but really it's all energy. This is how they will talk. So, the Satyam of this tumbler is what we call Brahma. Anyway, that Brahma Satyam, and what about me? My Satyam is also Atma. This Atma and Brahma are identical, is the message of the Vedanta, and therefore the entire world is not different from Atma, and therefore I pervade the world. This is what Vedanta says. I pervade the world. The world is not different. I sustain the world. My God, this is too much of a statement to handle. I sustain the world means what? I am afraid that I am going to die tomorrow, and you're saying I sustain the world. So this is Vedanta. It's a perfect, it is well taught because it's all logical. Nothing is to be believed. Everything is to be understood. This is Vedanta. So with that in mind, with this fact that the world and me are not separate, it appears separate, but really speaking, they are identical. Just because I see something, I see a tumbler, therefore tumbler is not me. Very obvious. What is not me if I say? Then the computer is not me, the house is not me, this wood is not me, the tumbler is not me, the table is not me. Why it's not me? Hey, come on, don't ask these kinds of questions. It's not me because that's an object. I see the object, therefore it's not me. I move, but the chair doesn't move. Very obvious. Chair is not me. Good. Chair is not me. I am not the chair. That is very obvious. Then what about this body? Are you the body? You said, I see the chair, therefore chair is not me. I see the fan, therefore fan is not me. What about the body? Do you see the body or not? I see the body. Then what? I am the seer of the body. So how can the body be me? Same logic we will apply. So this is how the discussion goes. And so the perceiver, the subject I am, object I am not. The object can be the body. The object can be my senses. The object can be my mind. The emotions, do you observe the emotions or not? Are the emotions telling you that you are sad, or do you know you are sad? No, I know I am sad. If I know I am sad, then that I cannot be sadness. Please think about it carefully. Not difficult at all. Don't think Vedanta is difficult and all. I don't agree with that. It's properly explained. It's very easy to follow. So if I see sadness, if I see agitation, then the I cannot be agitation. Only a non-agitated I can look at an agitated mind. Correct? So therefore, Atma, Anatma is there. I is appreciated, and Anatma, everything that is not I, including the body, is appreciated. This is how the discussion goes. So now, with that in mind, let's get into this Dakshinaamoorti Stotram and see how Shankaracharya has written it. So I presume all of you have the printout, huh? Yeah. So anybody, anybody looking at it in English versus Devanagari? Yeah, Bhunesh. So go ahead, unmute yourself. Yeah, so everybody has a copy, right?
Yeah, I do have.
So I will be referring to the picture that Swapna had sent, and so that is interesting because so the words, the spacing between the words, all that is pretty good, well written in this book that she has sent you. That's why I'm asking this question. So especially for Sanskrit students, it becomes more important how these words are written. So anyway, we will progress, and so let's chant it once. Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam pashyannatmani mayaya bahiriva udbhutam yatha nidraya yas sakshat kurute prabodha samaye swatmanamevadvayam tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye namayidam Shri Dakshinaamoortaye. That's how it comes. Let's do it again. So perhaps one of you can chant. Bhunesh, can you unmute yourself? So all of you can repeat after me, and Bhunesh also repeat. Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam Pashyan Atmani Mayaya Bahiriva Udbhutam Yatha Nidraya Yas Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Swatmanam Evadvayam Swatmanam Evadvayam Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshinaamoortaye. Good. Okay. So I will, there are, let's say there are 4 lines in this shloka. So I'm looking at the picture. So 4 lines. Yeah. So 4 lines here. Okay. So now let's look at it. It's actually one complete sentence. And so we have to split it carefully. So first sentence. So before splitting, let me explain. Give you a brief meaning of what it says. First 2 lines from Vishwam Darpana till Yatha Nidraya. What it says is this. He says, in dream world, so I'm dreaming. In the dream world, or during the dream, I am experiencing a world. And the world is fascinating, and I'm going places, and I'm doing things, and of course I'm experiencing sorrow, I'm experiencing disappointment, elation, happiness, so many things. Everything that I experienced in the waking world, I experience in the dream world. This dream world, even though it appears like a world outside, the dream world appears like a world outside. It's a big, huge world. Suppose a friend comes, and I'm dreaming, and Bhuvanesh meets me in my dream. In my dream, Bhuvanesh meets me. And he says, oh, Namaste Jaykumarji. I said, hello, Bhuvanesh, very nice to meet you. Then Bhuvanesh says, Bhuvanesh knows a little more. So he says, do you know something, Jaykumarji? You and I are in your dream. Bhuvanesh says, Jaykumarji, do you know something? You and I are in your dream. What will I say? What will I say? Is that right? Is that what I will say? What are you talking? What my dream and all? You are seeing me. If I am in my dream, how will I be there here to talk to you? What are you talking? I don't understand what you're talking. So this is why I will say that, because the outside world is, the dream world is as real as the waking world. And I get bitten by a dog and I'm crying, and somebody says, hey, don't worry, this is just a dream. You think that will pacify me? No, don't. Because the dog bite is real. A dream dog bite is a real dog bite in dream. So this Shankaracharya says, just as this dream world appears so real and external, even though the dream is right happening in my head, right here, so also the waking world appears real and external, even though the waking world is really in me. This is what he says in the first 2 lines. Okay, let me repeat that. Just as the dream world, even though it is right here, it appears real and external. Same way, the waking world, when I am awake and I am transacting with this world, and I am showing my Aadhaar card to all kinds of people who are asking me, and I'm standing in line for simply withdrawing some 1,000 rupees, I have to stand in line and I have to do so many things. And that world, where the money is real, the ATM is real, the roads are real, the potholes are real, and visiting the doctor is real, illness is real. That world, Shankaracharya says, is also in you. Or you see that world is dependent on you. Okay, that is the first 2 lines. And the second 2 lines, and it says, one who understands this fact, as where that what kind of fact? The Atma being the same as the truth of the world, and that non-dual I, one who recognizes, and that person, to that person who is my teacher and who is nothing but Dakshinaamoorti, my salutations. To that person who recognizes this fact and who is my teacher and who is nothing but Dakshinaamoorti, my salutations. This is the meaning of the shloka. So let's see here. So I hope you understood what I said now. Okay. So Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam. That is the first block, first fragment. Vishwam, this world. You must now imagine. See, Darpana, the one word Darpana he is using there. Darpana means mirror. A mirror. A mirror which has the capacity to reflect things. And Shankaracharya here is using a mirror. If you put a large mirror in the street, then you can see the entire city on the mirror. So that's the example he's giving. So sometimes you go to a restaurant and you find so big. The restaurant is so big. Wow! I thought it was a small restaurant, but you look around, it's all mirrors everywhere. So that mirror makes you feel as though the room is twice, thrice as big. But really this room is quite small. And so that kind of mirror is there. And you find these kinds of tricks they play in the malls and other places. So that mirror, Darpana, is there. And Shankaracharya is wanting us to focus on what is reflected in this mirror. The world is being reflected in this mirror. And he says, Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam. He says, this world that you are taking so seriously, Vishwam Jagat, is Tulyam, is like what? Darpana Drishyamana Nagari is like the Nagari, like the Nagaram, like the Puri, like the city. What kind of city? Drishyamana, Darpana Drishyamana Nagari. Like the city reflected on a mirror. What is reflected on a mirror is only a reflected image. It's not the real thing. The mirror is what provides the reflection. The mirror is what supports the reflection. Wherever there is a reflection, the mirror is there. If the mirror is gone, the reflection is gone. And so flimsy is that reflection. That is how the world is. This is what he's saying. Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam. That is one sentence. Then he makes another bold statement. Nijantar Gatam. That Vishwam, that world, is Nijantar Gatam. It is really inside you. Inside Atma. Nija in Sanskrit is a very interesting and unique word. Nija, Nijam in Sanskrit. In Tamil, Nijam means real. Sanskrit, Nija means Atma, the self. So, Atmantar Gatam. This world, he says, is within you. Within you. That Vishwam is Nijantar Gatam. Even though you say it's out there, no, it is really within you. Then, Pashyannatmani. Atmani Pashyati. Atmani means within the self. Vishwam Atmani Pashyati. So it must be seen within oneself. as being in oneself. Nijantargatam Vishwam Atmani Pashyan. That is how it is. The world is seen within oneself, should be seen within oneself, is within oneself. Now, then he says something else. What is it? Bahiriva udbhutam yatha nidraya. The world, the dream world. Now he's shifting to dream world. That Vishwam, now you have to say Swapna Vishwam. Swapna Vishwam, because this Nidra word is used. The Nidra Vishwam, the dream world, Bahiriva udbhutam. Bahihi iva means as though outside. Bahihi in Sanskrit means outside. Bahihi, outside me. So Bahihi iva udbhutam, manifesting, appearing as though outside. Just as the dream world as though appears outside me. Bahiriva udbhutam. Yatha, just as, just like the dream world which is actually inside me, Nijantargatam, appears outside, Bahihi udbhutam iva. Correct? Are you all following me? I hope I am not going too fast. Yatha nidraya, just as in sleep, or here nidra is not sleep, literal meaning is sleep, but we have to say nidra means dream. Just as in the dream world, the Nijantargatam Atmani, the Vishwam, the world that is in Atma, inside me, appears udbhutam bahihi iva, as though outside, appears as though outside. Then we have to bring this Vishwam, the Jagat has to be brought up. Tatha, the Tatha word is not there here. Tatha, so also, due to Maya, that world that I say, I live in this great life's good world, that world, Vishwam, Mayaya, Bahihi iva udbhutam. Same thing we have to bring again. Bahihi iva udbhutam. That world also, that so beautiful world I see outside also appears as though outside. Due to what? Previously due to dream, because I am dreaming. Now what? Mayaya. Maya. Due to something called Maya, which blocks me from seeing this fact. Mayaya bahihi udbhutam iva. This Vishwam, this world, this waking world. So in that sentence, two types of worlds are discussed. One is dream world, other is sleep, waking world. He says the waking world is really not different from the dream world in terms of reality. My goodness, what a statement he's making. Are you crazy or what? What do you mean dream world and waking world are identical? Dream is gone. I dreamt, it's gone, that world is gone. And I stole some money from somebody in my dream, and the police was about to arrest me, and I woke up and I was happy it was a dream. And here it can't happen like that. And I'm hiding from the police day after day. I'm lying day after day, and I'm running. And any day anything can happen to me. And you're telling me the dream is identical to the waking world? Yeah. In terms of reality, the dream and working world are identical. Yeah, some extra reality seems to be there in the waking world, agreed, but that extra is not permanent reality, not paramarthika satyam. We will study that more in Vedanta. But one statement is made, the waking world is no different than the dream world. That is the meaning being said here. That is what he said. Then what? Yaha. So I'm now in the third line. Yaha, the one who sakshat kurute. One who is able to see this fact. Sakshat karanam, sakshatkaraha. Sakshatkaraha has many meanings. God appeared in front of me. God did Sakshatkara. So there the word Sakshatkaram is used. But in Vedanta, we will say only one kind of Sakshatkaram is there, and that is dawn of knowledge. That is Prabodha Samaye. So Sakshatkaram, when it happens, Prabodha Samaye. Shankara offers that. Prabodha Samaye. When one wakes up to the reality. Just like when I wake up in the morning, I smile at myself and say, my God, I took this dream to be so real. What a foolish thing it is. Thank God it was a dream. There is no, everything, all the running and all the blood and everything is really a dream blood, and it cannot touch me. Cannot touch me. That Prabodha Samaye Yatha, just like that, when I am awake to the fact, the reality of Atma in this waking world, Swatmanam eva advayam. This Atma, myself, is non-dual, advayam. Non-dual means what? I see many things in this world, but really speaking, everything is really the same thing called Brahma, just appearing to be different. Water appears to be wave, water appears to be a droplet, water appears to be a drop, water appears to be tears in the eyes, water appears to be ocean, water appears to be river. Everything is different, but Satyam is water. Satyam is water. All different things apparently. And I take them to be seriously different, even though they are only empirically different. We are not saying there is no difference, but the reality is not what appears. Reality is water in that case. Same way here also. Swatmanam eva advayam. That Atma is non-dual, advayam. Non-dual means what? I see so many different things and there is duality in this world. So in Vedanta, we use this word called duality. Duality means multitude. So manyness, nanatvam in Sanskrit it's called. Manyness, many things in this world. And when you really start counting, you go to Swamiji gives this example, very popular example. You go to the jewelry store. Outside it says Swami Jewelers. And you go inside, it's all gold. All 3-4 sides, it's all gold. But many ornaments, many ornaments. But what do you see? Yeah, many ornaments, but only gold. That is why when I go and buy something, the first thing he does is he puts that in the balance. He weighs it and then starts his calculation from that, weighing. Because it's gold. Everybody knows it's gold, and you pay for the weight of gold in that ornament. Gold, because the drishti is very clear. I see gold everywhere. Like that, this jnani sees Atma everywhere, sees Brahma everywhere. That is the message here. Yaha sakshat kurute, the one who appreciates this fact in the dawn of knowledge, Prabodha Samaye, that this Atma is non-dual advayam, tasmai, unto that person, or unto him, or unto her, tasmai. See Dakshinaamoortaye, unto that Dakshinaamoorti, who is in the form of my Guru. Don't think Dakshinaamoorti is sitting somewhere in Kailash, Mount Kailash meditating. No. Right there in front of you, Swamiji is there. That Guru Murtaye, one who is teaching this. So, right here, Sri Guru Murtaye, who is in the form of my teacher, Idam Namaha. Idam Namaha. This salutation. Idam Namaha. Unto that Dakshinaamoorti, who is in the form of my teacher, idam namaha. This salutation. Okay. So let's see how we can translate the whole verse. I'm going to try. Let's all try together. Just as, so there will be two sentences in this translation. First two lines will be one sentence, and the second two lines will be the second sentence. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Yatha nidraya. Just as the dream world. Okay. Yatha nidraya. That is the last two words of the second line. Yatha nidraya. Just as the dream world, which is actually seen inside Pashyan Atmani Nijantargata. Okay, which is seen inside Pashyan Atmani, seems as though existing outside. Bahihi iva udbhutam. Bahihi iva udbhutam. Okay. Just as the dream world, yatha nidraya, which is actually seen inside Pashyan Atmani, seems as though existing outside Bahihi iva udbhutam. So also add the word tatha. Within brackets, you can say tatha. So also the waking world Vishwam. The waking world Vishwam, which is really within me, Nijantargatam, appears as though outside. Again, copy and paste. Bahihi iva udbhutam. Bahihi iva udbhutam. Like what? Like the city reflected on the mirror. Darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam. So the sentence will look like this. Just as the dream world, which is actually seen inside, seems as though existing outside, so also the waking world, which is really within me, appears as though outside, like the city reflected on the mirror. Correct? So that's the first sentence. Then the next sentence is what? Yaha, the one, sakshat kurute, the one who recognizes when prabodha samaye, upon waking. So one who recognizes upon waking, what does he recognize or she recognize? Swatmanameva advayam. Swatmanameva advayam. That the world, within brackets you must say that the world is the non-dual self alone. Which means what? That world that I see outside is really myself alone. Myself alone. Swatmanameva advayam. Sri Dakshinaamoortaye, unto that Dakshinaamoorti, Sri Dakshinaamoortaye, unto that Dakshinaamoorti, Sri Gurumurtaye, who is in the form of my Guru, or you can say Tasmai Sri Gurumurtaye, unto that Dakshinaamoorti, then Sri Gurumurtaye, who is in the form of my Guru, this salutation, idam namaha. Idam namaha. This salutation, this namaskara, this prostration, this prayerful, this prayer, this obeisance, idam namaha. You want me to repeat anything again? Let me unmute all of you. Okay. Somehow it's not unmuting. Okay. So that is the meaning of this shloka. So let us repeat that once here, and let's all chant it. So let me say, chant it once, and say one of you can repeat it. So, so Mohini ji, go ahead and repeat after me. Everybody else also can repeat. I will muted everybody. Mohini ji, unmute yourself. Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam Pashyannatmani Mayaya Bahiriva Udbhutam Yatha Nidraya. So when we chant it together, it will look like this. Pashyannatmani. Say that.
Pashyannatmani
Mayaya Bahirivodbhutam Yatha Nidraya Yas Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Swatmanameva Dvayam Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshinaamoortaye. Good. So would you all like to chant it once? Bhunesh, go ahead.
Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam pashyannatmani mayaya bahirvodbhutam yatha nidraya yas sakshat kurute prabodha samaye swatmanameva nevadvayam Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshinaamoortaye.
Nice, very nice. Him?
Vishwam Darpana Drishyaman Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam Pashyannatmani Mayaya Bahirivodbhutam Yatha Nidraya Yas Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Swatmanameva Dvayam Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Nama Idam Shri Dakshinaamoortaye.
Nice. Rukmini ji.
Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam Pashyannatmani mayaya bahirivodbhutam yata nidraya Yat sakshat kurute prabodha samaye swatmanameva dvayam Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshinaamoortaye.
Nice, very nice. Bina.
Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijam Targatam Pashyannatmani Mayaya Bahirivodbhutam यदा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये.
Yeah, nice, very nice. All everybody pronounced it very correctly.
I didn't do.
Oh, Prasad.
Forgot.
Today the house is somewhat fuller, I suppose, than other classes. That's why I couldn't keep up. Go ahead, Prasad.
Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagaritulyam nijantaragatam pashyannatmani mayaya bahirvodbhutam yadha nidraya yaksakshat kurute prabodha samaye swatmanamevadvayam tasmai shri gurumurtaye nama idam shri Dakshinaamoortaye.
Yeah. So that yes sakshat. Yes sakshat. Say that.
Yes, Sakshat.
Yes sakshat. Like a double S. YASSA. Yes sakshat. And so in terms of breaking, the way, even though the second word ends with tulyam, we say Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam. That's how it comes. That's how we normally chant. Otherwise, the first part will become big and second part will become very small. Then Pashyannatmani Mayaya Bahirivodbhutam Yatha Nidraya. Bahiriva, it starts with Bahiriva, but then Udbhutam is there. So just to continue, we don't pause too long. Pashyannatmani Mayaya Bahirivodbhutam Yatha Nidraya Yas Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Swatmanamevadvayam Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshinaamoortaye. So somebody who can sing, can be very pleasing to listen to it also. So this is the first verse of Dakshinaamoorti Stotram, which talks about Atma Anatma Sambandha, the relationship between Atma and Anatma, Atma and the self and non-self. That relationship Shankaracharya brings forward with a couple of examples. The Darpana Drishya Drishtantaha. So the example imagery of the reflected world, and Swapna Drishtantaha, imagery of the dream world. Two examples he gives. So next we will do, let's chant this next shloka also. So one of you can repeat after me. So yeah, Beena ji, you can unmute yourself. Bijasya Antariva Ankuraha Jagadidam Prang Nirvikalpam Punaha Maya Kalpita Desha Kala Kalana
Desha-kala-kalana.
Vaichitrya
Vaichitrya.
Chitrikritam
Vaichitrya. Chitrikritam.
Mayaviva
Mayaviva.
Vijrumbhayati
Vidrumbhayati.
Api
Api.
Mahayogiva
Mahayogiva.
Yaha
Yaha.
Swechaya
Svechaya.
Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshinaamoortaye.
Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshinaamoortaye.
Very good. So we will continue with that from the next class. Any questions? Yeah, go ahead and ask if you have any questions. Good. So this sloka, Dakshinaamoorti Stotram, I may not have mentioned. See, in Vedanta, there are three stages, if you will, for a student. One is Shravanam. Shravanam means listening. Listening. Our Shastram generally we listen to. We don't. Reading is new. These days books are all available, so reading is also possible. But those days Shravanam is the primary thing. Even today, Shravanam is primary. Means listening to somebody who talks about the Shastra. That is called Shravanam. That is the first stage. Then second stage, the Shastram says Mananam. Mananam. Mananam means once Shravanam is done, some appreciation is gained. I am beginning to follow and I am getting a hang of things and I am really following the Shastra. Then what happens when this following happens? Doubts will arise. Doubts will arise. Why doubts? Why doubts? Because everything is logical. And when logic is being used, when I don't follow something, it becomes a doubt. And so doubts will be there. Those doubts have to be clarified. That is called manana. Because we cannot stand a doubt. When something is being learned properly, a doubt cannot be handled. We can't handle a doubt. So even a new person, somebody went to France. One boy, he finished college, he went to do masters to France. Just my cousin's son. And now he has learned to cook. Now he calls mom. Mom, what is this dal? You've been giving me some great dal and I want to make dal. So, no, son, you have to first boil dal. You know how to boil dal? That's how it starts, the discussion starts. And then, I boil dal also. Good. Would you keep it in the cooker? Yeah, cooker. Then I did all this, but somehow the taste is not good. What did you do? Oh, I fried some things. How did you fry? Then A, B, C, D. Oh, okay. You tried this. Next time you don't do this. You fried too much, I think. You can't, the oil cannot be too extra hot. And if it is extra hot, you have to be very careful. All the mustard seeds, jeera and all will get burnt. Oh, I see. So, doubt. This doubt is there. You have to clarify it. So like that, in all our pursuit, doubts have to be clarified. That clarification of doubt process is called mananam. Generally, a good teacher will, along the process of Shravanam, will also do mananam, will raise questions and answer them during the teaching. Therefore, the Shravanam and mananam will be going on at the same time. Otherwise, there is always something called satsang, where students will ask questions. Satsang is a mananam type. Okay. Shravanam, mananam. Then something called nididhyasana. When the facts are understood, then what happens? The mind is conditioned to respond to certain things in certain ways. So I lost my wallet. I've always panicked when I lost my wallet. And now I am a big Atma Jnani, Vedanta and all studied, and all texts and all I've studied. Now I lose my wallet. Now what? Then this knee-jerk reaction, they say knee-jerk reaction. Very interesting word. I like that word very much. Knee-jerk reaction. Because knee-jerk, you hit the knee at that particular point, then the knee automatically jerks without asking your permission. So that is what happens. Panic. So because habitually panicking, habitually getting frustrated, habitually getting disappointed, habitually becoming sad, all this is habitual. Even after Vedanta, all this is there. The way to neutralize that is called Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana. So like this fellow was penniless, and he is in the streets all day, and he is begging for something, 5 rupees, 1 rupee, 10 rupees, like that. And somebody gave him a lottery ticket. Then finally he won a big lottery of so many crores of rupees. And now he's sitting in a big mansion. And he has people to serve him and all. And he feels hungry. You know what he does? He runs to the street with a bowl. Why? Because for the past 50 years, that's what he's doing. When he feels hungry, he runs with a bowl to the street. Until he realizes, oh, mistake. I don't have to run to the street. Correct? That conditioning is there. To remove that conditioning, there is something called Nididhyasanam, where one reflects on the facts that are understood. And there is dhyanam, there is meditation, and there are all these asangoham, etc. There are all these mantras which remind me who I am, and thereby neutralizing all the conditionings I have, so that this knee-jerk reaction goes away. So this shloka, why I said all this Dakshinaamoorti Stotram is Nididhyasana Pradhana Stotram. It is a stotram meant for Nididhyasana, not for studying Vedanta, really speaking. When Vedanta is understood, then this Dakshinaamoorti Stotram is taught. That's why in an ashram, when they study for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, they won't teach Dakshinaamoorti Stotram in the beginning. They will teach it even after some Upanishads are covered, then they will teach Dakshinaamoorti Stotram. Because it implies that you have already understood Vedanta, and there's another beautiful text that will highlight what was studied, what was learned. Okay? Good. So we will continue again in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.